Hey you guys, how's it going? Today I'll be potting down this Monstera. Now, usually people pot things up, meaning you are transplanting to a larger size because the plant got bigger and it needs a bigger pot or container. But for my case, I decided to pot it to a smaller size, and the reason is I originally got this plant not only because it is so beautiful, but because it bears a really delicious exotic fruit that I really wanted to have. And at that point of my life, I have not tried this fruit yet, so I really wanted to grow it. Other than that, it's just such a beautiful plant. You guys have no idea how much, if these plants were variegated, meaning there are some white spots on the leaves, they are worth so much out there. It is insane. There's like the Albo, there's the Thai constellation varieties, there's different varieties that a small little plant would go for a lot of money if they're variegated. So this one is not variegated, but the thing that's great about a plant not being variegated is that it actually grows a lot faster, because when there's white patches, it's basically there's no chlorophyll in there, so it's more likely to get sunburn, and if there's no chlorophyll, it's not really efficient, you know, to making the plant grow. So this is actually a much more healthy plant, or would grow a lot faster for you. I think the green is still very beautiful too. So people actually love using these as house plants because they do really well in low light settings. They like climbing on trees. When I went to Exotica this time, I was finally able to try this fruit. Now I've done an episode of their entire garden tour that I was in love with all the different exotic fruits that grow there. If you guys want to check out that nursery, which I think is like the best Southern California nursery out there for fruit trees, I'll link it down below for you guys. But I was just super excited to finally be able to taste the fruit of this plant. When it comes to eating this fruit, you do have to wait for it to ripen properly or fully ripen. Otherwise, it's going to give you that very funky, irritated feeling in your mouth. So Spot over at Exotica is going to show us how to eat this fruit. Come right here, we're going to check out this Monstera deliciosa fruit. I have never tasted. I've tried to grow this plant. This is the flower here. Actually, it's starting to ripen up, and as this thing would ripen up, it will kind of flake off easily. Then you can eat the inside, and the taste is supposed to be really tropical, and like it's like a blend of different kinds of tropical fruits. It looks like a corn.
I'm smelling this.
No, that's
It's a Monstera. Super sweet.
Yeah.
So I'll just wash it. Give me a moment. There's a proper way to eat this. And I have to wash see the black that's in between each cell?
Yeah.
That's what irritates your throat. Makes you feel like you just swallowed a cat hair.
Oh crap, the black stuff, huh?
Yeah, it makes it feel like your throat is on fire. You ever?
Yeah.
It's really bad if you eat it with the black little pieces in between the white. So you put it in a cup or a bowl and you mix it with water.
No, he ate one that wasn't.
And it can give you diarrhea.
He had diarrhea.
It gives you really bad stomach cramps if it's not ripened properly. See how it was ripening on the counter like that? Kind of like the flakes were falling off in sections? Yeah. You can never eat the whole fruit at once. You have to eat the chunks that have fallen and almost rotted off. Oh. So you get like a little swirl or a shake.
Technique to eating this.
You're like a bartender.
Yeah. Making cocktails for you ladies, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you can see the foam goes away, how the black is separated from the chunks.
Oh, I see.
And so those chunks need to go away before you start eating it, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's definitely a much safer way to do it.
Yep.
Cool. I thought you just kind of pick it off and eat it.
Right? That's how everyone we've seen doing
Yeah.
it. They look like giant teeth.
I mean, when you try to eat it as many times as I have and spent the whole day choking like you have a hairball in your throat, you want to start experimenting with ways to make it better.
Yep.
So let's get the foam. See that? See how the chunks are floating?
Yeah.
The good ones?
Yeah.
And then the black parts that are irritating are at the bottom of the cup.
Oh.
So that's one of the best ways to sort it, because now we've got
That's a very important tip.
Now we've got just pure meat that's white with no chunks.
Ooh, yes.
So this whole time I'm just kind of talking while the black pieces settle in this cup.
Oh, perfect.
Let the floating good pieces
Yeah.
right into this cup.
Yeah, here it is.
All right, so you see at the bottom of the cup now?
Oh, wow, yeah.
You can even use like a colander, even easier.
Sifted through.
Yeah, just use like a regular spaghetti colander and give it a quick rinse and all the little black chunks come right off. So if you want, grab some off the top of the water there.
Wow. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
What's the flavor?
The flavor reminds me like pineapple?
Yep.
Like if you had like a sweet like sugar, like a white pineapple, like very low acidity.
So you can see there is no little black chunks on the outside of the cell now. This is what, in my opinion, makes this fruit safe to eat. Don't want to eat it off the fruit directly. You want to make sure it's fully ripened and almost squishy. I don't want to say fermented, but borderline fermented.
But it does have some sort of aftertaste, like as an acid or something like that. It's just numbing or
Slightly
funny.
irritating.
Yeah,
Slightly irritating.
But the flavor is
The
good.
cake.
Sweet.
There you go. That little chunk
Floral.
right there.
Thank you.
Want me to undo your? No.
Mm.
It's like there's a mixture of different fruits. I'm
It
tasting right
tastes
now.
like also like cherimoya-ish.
I think if I'm gonna get
Oh,
that itchy
cherimoya. That's
a
right.
little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. Yeah.
Pineapple
actually-
initially with the cherimoya follow up, and then it feels a little bit like a little bit of cat hair on your tongue.
It's good though.
Yeah. Actually, even smells a bit like the sweetness of a very ripe cherimoya.
Yes. It's so good.
Ooh, interesting. Now I really want to grow in my backyard.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that cup.
Mine's growing nicely. The
All
one I
those
got
little
here.
chunks.
Oh yeah.
So that's important to definitely separate
Oops.
You just
all that
wasted-
debris.
No, just water.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
You were about to kill me.
Favorite fruit. You're
How
pouring
dare
it
you!
out.
How dare you waste any of these? I feel a little bit of the after.
The tingly in your tongue.
And a little bit of my throat. A little bit.
A little bit. But if you were to eat those big black chunks that are on there in the bottom of that cup,
Oh.
it'd be a little bit worse of an experience.
I see.
Yeah. But that white piece is good to eat, right? But it's just so like stuck with the black stuff.
Yep.
Probably shouldn't.
Yep, right off of the plant, it's difficult to separate. So let's use a little water to rinse it.
It's good. Now this plant originally came from their nursery, and I'm really happy to see it got bigger over the last couple of years. I potted up because I wanted to get the fruit, and I wasn't sure if I was able to plant it in the ground since I haven't decided where it could really go. Will you look at the size of this leaf? Can you imagine this times like 80 more leaves? There's no space for my place for this actually, especially after revisiting Exotica. Like reality kicked in and I knew that there's no way I can house this plant outdoors and for it to fruit, especially for that fruit that doesn't fruit abundance like a fruit tree. It's not really worth growing for the space that I have. So instead I'm going to pot this back down to enjoy it in the house, because once you grow a Monstera in the house, the place just immediately transforms into a jungle. And I love that vibe so much. And I don't think there's a problem potting this down because it can take the abuse. I'm sorry, plant. I mean, it sounds torturing, but it really is a hardy plant. It's not going to go into shock. And if any roots that gets in the way of planting to a smaller container, you can just cut away or even make cuttings with the new stem, with the node on, of course. So that is why I've decided to pot this down and enjoy it in the house instead of outside. This pot already has a root sticking out. crazy amount of roots. Okay, next, put it in this pot. I think this is just a little narrow. It's not really potting down. I originally was gonna put it in a 5-gallon pot, but I do want it to grow quite a bit, just maybe just climbing upwards. So I decided just have a little narrow one so it doesn't take up that much room in the house. Yeah, let's go. Okay, plant going into a new home. Okay, so as you can see, it doesn't fit. I can loosen it up by shaking it. And it doesn't matter, you just kind of, you know, break it up so that it fits. Just need to make this skinnier. I'm really just tackling the root system here. Alright, here we go. Let's try again. There we go. Go in. Make sure you guys use the indoor potting soil. You're going to be putting it inside. If you guys are ever around in Southern California, be sure to go check out Exotica because it is really an amazing nursery.
Wow, so this is what the flowers look like.
You wouldn't expect that with the bean, right?
No, it looks like those like jambu and you know,
Rose apple.
rose apples. Oh, it's a Suriname. Are you hiding or are you sharing?
No, sharing.
Ooh.
Starts acidic, goes sweet. Initial taste, and juice.
Thank you. It's like a peppery taste.
Mmm. The black.
I prefer the taste of the black.
Yeah, it's sweeter. It's less acidic. The black. See?
More floral.
Mm-hmm. Mmm.
You're saving the seed.
Yeah.
I know you. I just threw it.
So what else I will be doing would be to put a log. You can put a log here, or a stake, I guess, and wrap it with moss or even just a cloth or something, you know, to encourage the roots to climb and grow upwards. So that's it. That's how you transplant from a size up to down to a smaller pot. Be sure when you guys want to do that, you know that it is a plant that is super hardy, that does not mind the abuse. That's basically it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you did enjoy it. And you can also check out my website if you want to support my work. I really would appreciate it. Go follow me on Facebook or Instagram, where I do some instant updates of my life. That doesn't happen, well, you can't see it here because it happens in real time. So that's it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys very soon. Happy gardening. Bye.